Now, this is Nights with Peter Grubby Stubbs.
Good evening to you. Good to be here again with the fabulous night audience. Thank you, Alex. I've got to say thank you, Marnie, for being here. Amy and the great man himself, keeping me in my place tonight. Mark, behind the panel. Love your calls, 133 693. Dennis has got COVID, so he's not here. I reckon he'll be back by Monday. I reckon he might be a little bit off his game, but I think he'll be okay. Den, I hope you're getting better and better soon. We've just got a normal night's program for you tonight. Now, a few weeks back, and I'd love your calls on this, 133 693. Dennis touched on this. Monash Council is the latest local council to dump its weekly rubbish collection. Now, I have relatives living in Monash, and I tell you this for nothing, not happy, but you might be happy. From August 22, the councils will move to fortnightly collections for landfill waste. However, food and organics garbage will be collected weekly. Good thing, because coming into summer, the maggots, it can get unpleasant, let's face it. It has to be a weekly collection. But the fortnightly thing's a bit of a worry for mine. It's been up for debate, but it's gone right through. So joining me now to speak of same and to take us through the whys and wherefores and why it is a good thing is a good friend of the program, Theo Zagrafos. And Theo, good evening to you.
Hey, Grub. Now, first things first.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in a quiet room next to a dinosaur. Where am I?
Okay, righto. I know where you are. You're at the just near Triceratops, the Horribus exhibition. Have you had a good look? Have you had a good look at him?
No, because I had to step out, and this is the only room I could find. I'm at the Melbourne Museum. There's actually an exhibition launch called Open Horizons, which is basically ancient Greek artifacts.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm here, and of course, always happy to take a call and speak about council matters. And AW, of course, are the first port of call. So here we are.
Theo, you're a bloody beauty. Thank you very much. And big Triceratops is staring at you. So don't make a move or he might start. I don't know how much you've been drinking tonight at your function. I imagine not very much because you've got to keep yourself nice at all times. Thanks for coming out of a function. What's going around at the moment? The canapes or have you missed out on anything?
I did have to eat because I hadn't eaten since lunchtime where I was at an event. Daniel Andrews was the guest speaker and he's also the guest speaker here. So I've been twice in the space of 5 hours. But I'm sticking to water, Grub, because, the calories are adding up.
And it's dangerous, isn't it, when you don't eat and the first thing you have are canapes thrown at you, Theo. You think, I'll have a handful of those fried things, whatever they are. Is Daniel Andrews taking questions from the audience? How's his day going?
No, he hasn't taken any questions. To give him credit, he's mingled tonight across just about everybody. But the event that I was at lunchtime, he also didn't take questions. But I guess that might just be how it is. I don't know.
Yeah, well, he's got an election coming up later in the year. Worry about it then. Hey, Theo, this was mooted a few weeks ago. It's going to go through fortnightly collections at Monash for this isn't, everyday household rubbish. This is your recycles and that sort of stuff. Is that right?
Yeah, so what we're doing is anything that goes to landfill, Grub, so you've got your recycling and your, traditional rubbish, might be the way to put it.
Yeah.
That will now go to fortnightly. So your yellow and your red bins. Mm-hmm. What will go to weekly is the compostable, food waste.
Yeah.
And green waste. So that's the move in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm.
It was a huge, consultation process. Over 7,000 responses, which is the largest that I've seen in my time. So hopefully we've taken a lot of the feedback on board and made some additional changes before making the final decision this week. Okay.
So what was the actual reasoning behind it? What's the good news behind this?
Look, the reason why council considered this is because we're told by the landfill operators that we've got no space at the landfill. So we, at some point in the next, I think it's 3 years, will run out of space at the ones that we use in Melbourne. So we need to get people throwing their green and food waste into the right bin, so that we alleviate a lot of space in the red bins and the recycle bins as well.
Theo, how good are people at this? I still see, and look, I'm not a bin monitor, but in the city of Port Phillip, I live on a laneway in Port Melbourne, and so I can do a bit of a bin inspection if I want to, and people still seem to throw anything they damn well please in all the wrong bins. We're pretty conscientious, or we really try to be. Are people getting better, or is there a degree of people who just don't give a damn?
It depends where you look. If you look at my cousins in Glen Ira, our sister, I guess, neighbour to Monash, they did something similar about 18 months ago, and the people that were not as well informed about how it all works have adapted and now know that, you can put basically all your food waste into the green bin. They do have larger red bins than Monash residents, so they will have more space there. But I think once you get into a new routine, Grub, you do adapt to that. That's certainly the experience that's been given to me. And that's what we're hoping will happen, and that's what we expect will happen based on our sort of research and data. Yeah,
so generally speaking, with all your respondents, have residents been reasonably supportive? Have they been okay, or are you getting a big blowback on it, Theo?
No. To be honest and to be fair, it was pretty line ball.
Yeah.
I think we did do some research that was publicly available in the council report this week that had that about 39% in favour, 39 against. But that was before we made some additional measures, like basically having a free red bin available, or a free larger red bin, or an additional small bin available for certain people, whether they have 2 children with nappies, whether they have 6 or more people in the household, or whether they have some financial hardship, to be available to them, and also a yellow recycle bin, an additional one to be provided at a cost of $65, which is about $70 to $80 less than what it currently costs.
Right.
To basically try to alleviate any concerns. But I do suspect that there will be still some people that may not agree with this change. I accept that, but in our view, we just didn't have any other choice moving forward.
It's simply like a landfill room. It's as simple as that by the sound of it, Theo. I mean, that's logical. No, not everybody's going to love it. People will eventually probably, and I live in the city of Port Phillip. I don't know what's going to happen there tomorrow, but anything could happen, and sounds like people will eventually get used to it, but you're there for them. Before you return to the canapes, you've had too many, Theo, any messages for your constituents?
Oh, look, I mean, I think from what I've seen the last 7 months, Grub, we've listened to a lot of the feedback and we've taken that on board. Having said that, I'm always keen to get further feedback, and when I look back in 12 months, and I can then see how it works once it's implemented on the ground from August, there might be more tweaking required. But I do make the point that this is a matter that councils across Melbourne will have to consider in the next few years, because the landfill capacity is almost at its end. We know that there's issues overseas when we send our landfill out of Australia, so we need to really drastically look at this matter moving forward.
That's where it started. Well, Theo Zagrafos, thank you so much once again for talking to me. Give my best regards to both Triceratops and Dan Andrews. They've both got about as much to say as each other, I understand. But enjoy the rest of your night, and much appreciate you taking our call tonight. Really do.
It's
That's
a
great.
pleasure, Grub.
Good on you, mate.
Good night.
Thank you, Theo. Love to hear from you.